BAWUMIA Diego akwam se obedi akonwa se omampanyina obehwe se omano eneme moaye din no beye boko ade amayen ene ade bakopa no aka ho asempa na nyansie ne te se ye papa ono GBC pen oda no okopie mu wo parliament na committee ni friend no ense ba ne akoso nyina se all Africa Games ye course awo Ghana ha no sports minister yewura Mustafa Hamid say atamsika $3 million na de ma papa ne se onye na omomfa emwa na Ghana jumadi ayeji no obi anya bi hwe mefa se production no na opanyi ko chiremu se entisa sika omde ma omoye $105,000 enya $3 million bi ase de papa ne kan wasam asemi ye bedi ehun komo na ohwa na je se 2014 ye call Brazil World Cup na ye papa sabe na visa free ankra ene na ye sports minister ye hunde ye call so ye papa Mahama sabe na ye mampanyini that time no was a committee of inquiries ama ye nyina transi eba Ghana television so mo bia hwe bi Elvis Kotan TV so nya dade a bepam ne ye timi antwe obi aso ye hu se sikadie call so yante se obi ye bone yante se asema ye tete ye yampa anase enyampa ebi na asasi eye MPP abresu ene asemi ye bedi ehon komo pa eno achi ye behwe eye ye mampanyin dada Mahama ya osetu franka edi ama NDC amanyokuru ne ahwo no so bosha ahodo no so degu akwam se obedi akonwa biema na obeboa ma oman no so atumi akwankan sansem ne awie ye ba bedi ehon komo se showdown Kumasi online TV, Tick TV, and a Friends of Ken TV. When share so, but you subscribe na fe or the comment abanwa share na obi bianso enye bi atie enye bi ahwe na atumi aboa pa odaroma. And adwuma die eni mpanyimfo akese pa mienu enu abema ye Henry KD Boatin ono aye former youth organizer edema ye friend say Odima NDC MPP rather our Joso constituency now or your communication team member Edima MPP or Pagini wa and all your moment ofia ebe juma de na bibia koyi ede amen and wachi yenya be my friend Kevin Dogwe ono so Ken West former secretary ono so eba be kayensa enche bia na juma de na ama midi ene ofa danso ene Friday boja ye tinansa mo ho a ye ba be ka ho asempa enye asakoto akra wo fie ha etise Ghana de ekono no yesi oman GBC for say sika Mustafa Elkan sports minister kan entesa e say Henry wa de e be busa no asam say e de baka so e bia na BBC ye hwe na de be fu aba no ye gina di eho enkomo e be nti Henry wa de enhya se ne monkomo monfa nche ye say community watch no yegusu a sisi ya no a reporter so moko various constituency na komode report mine there ba ne say yi simpan info ne say e wo say e de enkrata say mi ba ansan watimi amma komunkrata mu na omanya sa data no na mo so de amaye ne etifo so anya bi atie anya bi ahwe ntegusu a management team no eye ho adwumanti ehwen say nyame pa next week Monday e kopini fiada so no e be di eno so nkomo na atumi aboa pa na egusu exhibition center no egusu amanfo nso kwachaki omudin enti Ghana exhibition na yebeto aba behwe nkrata mu se odi wom anase odi nim odi no eye no ano no anase bia mfonso wom ebia medin ofadanso yi ebia mekonna danso no akore danso wa na mi picture anso na wo ho eno no basa na yisi etimi ye ensiesie ebi wo ho mane bo enti efe na exhibition no eduko hwe odi wom ti mesremo 10 out no wo fom pa bebe sremo se obi anko na onkohwe ni din no sesa na tie enese nya sa na tie baabi a woto aba no police station ko na de ma wo anansi asesa no na fe isi enye correction no emfa ma nyina etiawa eba boa ma Ghana nso afradomu akwadomu emra so ebeto aba ye nyina hwese beto aba nda ama obi obetima di omane nim na Ghana nso afradomu akwadomu Henry atenase ye nko na ye ma na kwaba be ma ba cho no makwaba
mejo sominia
na bom ti say
fada so me ho ye
na edwo so
just so boko sana wonim se memenda anke di animu yi enanka just so be launch your campaign no na the campaign team no
okay
atudwa na mo de work chenchirenchi ahihye so
okay ewo joso
na nka be sha ase wo fumasa
okay
na dia kowie just municipal assembly nanso enam asumdwe abua na was party no etimi enom ewo constituency mu ho no
okay
in prayer when I said the old constituency executives and the current constituency executives MET reconciliation committee
okay
ewo asante mantemwa na ya de nyina lawyer
okay
this is here wo hwe
Kwabena Boati
no the wo hwe no, you're a member of parliament who talk about people so. Lawyer Kwame was a prempe.
Yes, yeah.
Also called 2 terms.
Yeah.
As a member of parliament. Or no, any chairman Amankwa. So in chairman Amankwa.
Yes.
Former regional chairman.
Yeah.
The New Patriotic Party. And secretary to the Reconciliation Committee. One see a lawyer.
Okay.
Medinidi Betuja lawyer na no di Kennedy chipa no young guy be
referee kaka yeah me hon referee
we ye finidi kaka bibi kusi
yeah
yes
ono so no ka committee
no so ka committee no
okay
and the committee members no enipa miensa
okay
and I'm say ka komi agye no kokko anum me na meti
committee ni mu bi
okay we say me a former youth organizer
yes
intimate meeting na ekoso no I was part of the committee now in fact asundwe bua constituency no anoma no committee no mu no ebe da adwa se wa basobo bi pa yemfa mo Dr. Kwame Ajimabudu yes
adai
the old executives ni kire say in fact brano bia no na from tu omofo said yes bia no wonyanche
okay
na yenkoye nim sana current executives nso so brano bia no ofre omo enti na ayese ade no adodo hu nyina awie na ma memfa enase enso ma the reconciliation committee in fact we say we no awie peye no ye bobo a onim nipa ye koda na bobo no chema untumi
yes
na akowie Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud
BAWUMIA so
esansa Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA ena ye party no ye leader now nti se bibia nkoya ni etu anamo bia na okati no a enyeye nti da bia me ba me ka kire wo se Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA wo apart from nim die ene de we osi ebre ne ho ase na odi ne dwuma no openkabo mu pa nso openkabo mu papa so what say offense north enso anuma sumdwe ebuwa mu
yeah matisa asem
enu nti ejosofo nso so ayi wo mo de na because of that nti no ama na nka lunch na ebeba so no all the executives ni kire say abo ntepu a esan say omudi nkomo wie ya na ya te say nyame ya adomo a memenda ye kwa akodi dwuma yi ene ye wo mo ma wo na nka wo so mo ma wo na awotwe kra na enam se ye se ye do ye ho a ye nye chinyini nti the current executives and the regional party and the national cabo mu no o se ne wo de yema na wotwe mienu
okay
emedantemo na asiesie bia wo se won siesie no esan se wo mo nso so ba no agitafo bi ta wo chipa and from one electoral area to the other when you say adwo so ye 45,000 villages
yes
and we move to all the 45,000 villages akodi dwuma e de aboa na nkabom no eba wo fom ho ye wia na yenyina ya boade mu eye September 7th na dwumadi no etimi abaso
okay na ada joso na metimase wo ho ana because we dey
say no na dey by election by
minim it is money yewura adum nso so say
no kwabena wo so adum na otimi ono na di kan e kan se ono de onko akansie no 2024
okay
na on de oguso a MPP ni na oni Kwabena Boaten lawyer Kwabena Boaten so be kan abom abontoa nti ono no waye ne de awi e na wo se nya ono nko a
okay
wo mu se na wo yetire ne de nanso mfimfin ho no na nkofo bi nso de ho the constituency executives eba for man na electoral area coordinators ni polling station for bi sa for no na constituency for no so old constituency executives no ka bo ma committee the old polling station executives no so
okay
nto mo hia o mo wi asomdwe bua no ye nyina ya no mu no na de akobọ the new executives the new polling station the new coordinators now we say ejoso no ayefua
okay
so what I say enti sana nkomo no
okay enti see the mbotimi aka che se ejoso no
yes
mentimu ase obi ate no ase enye sabi na ntwege na ya na obi ase botina
edi djuma no
ase chaga na ni
me come and show say asomdwe bu a aba no o say dey fe wo mu ni say the current leadership from your flag bearer aba be see the constituency executives agia to mu say oh ye nuanom nti ye mfa na wotwe mienu ento so no it tells you say
okay
asomdwe abu no omo
na so omu nyina agia to mu say bi anya boko okay me that's it but ye nhwe see ya no na just say tema na okay ye mfa say by election ne ko fast awo ha no ba ye aduo bi issue bi fansa na no ba
na by election ne ba ye
etina e yo ha ba ya
wanim sem tie fonti na polling station executives elections a course so wadwoso a ekoba se ahomache anadwo de suomu na declaration bi course so ekoba se ku we mu de omne person omo polling station executives na adadafo ne de yentimi mo omuntimi me polling omo anyina bi kura ne ato omo so aba enne de mentimi ho ase ba ya enina namua party no ntimi enya na pomasi bre at the time honorable Aduomi pie free mu say obepese nkobesa akomra hye bedwuma koboa nanso wo hwe the current album obi share dem ye current album ne dia wontimi nko primaries ne bi ene obekọ contekro
okay
nti eno na ede bae
mate beda se beba ho na I think say me hwe ibu ho UTV so we bia ba bonten a mepese Dennis ebebo na ya toa so na before then no ma me mfa konya we na menchia aye me madamfo a wasense ntwire ni jenua ba abnadrowa ene birthday oyadwuma ashfm enti ma me abna madaroma aye wankasa obi bia wade nyina yewura Henry wose Kumasi online TV eye me ofada nso ni management team nyina ye kan obi de awoda kase pa free nyame wode ma wate nyame ahoden kwatenten ya ahoden ni animonyam eni nimde ni nyansa ewom do be bia anyi sika never so pimra so te se abe wate ni ya do be bia kopon se bi oma wo mre da o wiase why nyame nya okase ya mo happy birthday akopon hira pa ye nua ba ya da ase na me di picture me ma friend say Dennis now that to so ma madaroma facha me se me refi kura na o se kam de ma dada eti fa bicha no to so ma Dennis na ya nhwe nua ba no oba fefe kama ohwe na nantu pa enye obi na beka acho efe pa na wodi ahya ama madaroma na me sandi video na video no odi ato eye am yahwe so vie na course no na me busa huri se bibise no ebomu hu anase eye normal ewo ho ntino we nhyɛ da nya de bi hu na wo mu ana bibi atesa na ehwade ba sesi osem se na bi manra se Mahama se so ba obeye hook up for beja to buy ye kom no entesa amanfo bi na editizi Mahama nhyɛ ara ogidi yana
oh say na a free central for here a whole ban na nya me nwanwa oh no bia wa ye mampanyini o se betting enya de pa
okay
o ye mampanyini o se betting enya de pa na do danko akufu ado ebedi mampanyini na o se o yemfa eto kakra ento so afa de ono o se nya de pa na betting de won so so no o se me ba eto no kra me ye afiri ho no makoso atwa mo bet Is such a person there? Oba no be catch say hook up. What the enyame be gugu akwa mu de abua wo mu a.
You comment sir.
Enti media anyam ngonwa. O say asem bi wo nso a wo ho. Obi timi ka.
Okay.
Na beton from mu a. Man kan ye kura.
Ba nyame adoma ochina omo kwa Lancho Manifesto e Cape Coast.
Okay.
Ye menhwa sisi anate say NDC for Odaroma.
You see, nyame adoma ochina manifesto NDC for si omo kwa launch. In fact, yatim man mu ide.
Okay.
Ade bia no e wosi esusu papa. E ma ye nua. Okay. Na akoye NDC no die. Me menim say asem on beka bia no. There is no way so bitimi ediso. Yes, ontimi nye. Nemom onni nasem so. Okay. Esan say me won niema be se du. Mampanyin da John Dramani Mahama 2012 wade born to a Ghana for nya ne mugidie to aba ma no obaye mampanyin no kwa akosi 2017 ofra akonya ne so no wantimi anye nsemo a okeka ye no so ati ase enu nti ama me gidie pa mi benya woni mu se obetimi aye no unlike Nanado Danko Akufo Addo a ni Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA omo promise say Nanado sha so free SHS. And you could see say clearly oba ye no free SHS or rolling out Emma mpo ye party for ni bi kan say oh na time no say there be I'm in a hurry esan say man fama sa 2018 ya ye omofra be 100,000 a omuntimi nkosuko mabrabo no e be say kwa enti ho hurry so okay or the buy Nanado Danko Akufo Addo e ka say one district one factory emprempre ya me no ka say e betimi abo factories bebre enra menam tech e confi juice na obi so ohun bi da but e confi juice na ka kese na my distribution juice no em say ne bo no pack ni nyina me bisa ye no say 106 Ghana cedis, 160 Ghana cedis. Okay. Na eno
but as I tell one was for sir. Cause a year there were Ghana here. Sabi enye bebia say mafanse bia different country bi o manimu. Na yentimi nto. Cause ma to bi water chiman atobu sunyane da. But what do compare other we can import from other countries now? Henry, who is say and kura no ye kakra no ye kakra affordable kakra chen ye di reason say other materials na production no na other yentimi nya na say
oh say afei na ye fefersin
okay
so what you say industrialization the Ghana ye to form kra wa bra PNDC diversity implementation program awo mo de ba ya Ghana ye mfidi dwuma nyina betonton ye privatizing no so what you say sa bra no na obi wo university no wo wi ani e bisa say he fa na pesa okoye adwuma okay Ghana ni etimi ye bibia kwa me nkroma mfidi dwuma na wo abro fidi omodi ja ye nyina no yeje Rollins ni PNDC me ya so mo NDC free munti okay ye sampling for no e be tonton ye mfidi dwuma no e privatize ye bibi me ma won yere no ne won ma eni ade so what you say enti ye to form industrialization afa na ye fefere sin ba say enti America san say mo amo ye cons kakra no me dem ye science student into cons no ma anya bi okay yes say demand was ra price and also cost was yes and na afi so ye say say ade no enidwa so bebre a ne bo no so wosoro say enidwa so bebre a ne bo so
e na aba yentimi nyan bebre mo bi ento ana say me fan say bia materials na de be ye sa juice no na yenya na say de ba de
say afi na ye sha
the pineapple abrobo no
mo the other fruits of mixed fruits ni abi na
so many varieties
but yet tell say brebi bedru so at say brebi bedru a ye benya no bae no a ye de yes adwuma no ye benya no bebre ye de ye nya hu say Ghana de ne de ye feed gadochi abroba ne de ye nti o and I say Ghana de no abroba ne ye de ye hwe mame ma typical example say wo se obe blend kodu any apple ne niam bi wan kasa wo fi beton kakra no wa blend no nya cap we ma no wa no ma I think say niam na abetoto no e betimi aye be say 20 Ghana cedis yes because when you say a natural fruit juice and a woman and to me the men say will be adwuma but the meaning say Ghana de no de a natural no Any synthetic ABI.
Because you will land. You will land. Didn't you
fire tumbi?
Okay.
Me did say, one hour ben hono. Omashase cultivation a costro. And I won't make hono crown no ready market.
Okay.
The ready market no. Me did say, sign for the human here expansion. Ebra ye be expanding to the team say you betting ya do pan. Ne bono ebetimi
because on say to say oh yeah you cry my fancy be at times okwa ye 20 me kura na
yeah
e so ye ba kwa ne bon but oh yeah bebra
yes and quantity na ye no so
be dey nti na quantity
ne no ye quantity ne no so bebre sa ne say raw materials na ye dey ye no raw materials na ye dey ye no and na wo share the capacity of the factory and root say the area will be so what ne ma won say obi wo juice factory o share capacity na quantity a wotimi ye no e bia bro Ghana de so be se wo ha anasa apem and this any pakro no ye kakra bi o ye bebre a no de kakra bi to so a the person is good to go but then am say fair na Ghana ye share de no asinti mind you sa fruit juice na wo ka ho asem no e bia the 50 years our market
okay yeah
so what I say e bi mo operate here 50 years records will tell you say almost shas ye no na the board pa and kra sa brand kwa na bi ntimi ma Ghana ne ato almost shas ye no omo man so kra na nso to
yes
but enko for patronize ya omo bi o makwaba mu production cost no e ho na wo hu say omo product no ne bo no e kofo so me advocate say yem patronize
because you were agric minister or you were trade minister or
yes
and then to me no en combine na omo hwe structure betimi dia ton because
omo guso
I was say timi be co international
omo guso say eco international eco
but na kwai say Kumasi kura hu bi
and I make us no many trade so no me time hu bi there was besa afini me call confanoche in fact yes ko for emergency ase o sa we bi e wo ho a motonton drinks ni ade no me konya bi to and the obekọ sa fridge no na bi nko anegum e confuse juice no nko anegum say and na me kai say eh I say ya sabia I say it assume say e bia omo da ha no any a doctor for no ene no enti say obekọ na no nko anegu fridge mu wo ho de a ene na kire say bibi papa bi e wa confuse
because on say o hwa confuse juice na wa
yes
o hwa onoma say abrobe na o ti abrobe no na enye light
yes
so as a tick emodu o me
yes
and I think a mango there or one varieties be brave but unya ye fruit no yanka say
e no kire wo say ade bia so papa ne bo wo soro
but what say yeah dear say ye import to ade no free the country be the bag na ho and yeah do didn't tell my price no cost
nyese boapaye no mama price ne cost na omo hwe the cost involved in producing sane manu ni kwan say e kan so eba
okay
eso omo ye no mo ye ni san say adwuma for wa etua wo muka mfidie like do bibia
so but na say ya ban ne dia
ya ban dia
ana say
enuna obi ti ba bia wo say aban adwuma de enche begu so o ade ya ban dia ye nyina ye de enche begu menua yema omuma ye the realistic price omo de ma ye no in order to sustain the industry ye ne say o ye de enti ye mpemfa so na aban no nsan enkope sika bi mfa nkohyem won o ye production sika wo de bewram so o de ye production e bia wonya na wo say aban afi bia aban sa akotwa sika de kohyem a emo ayen wo monton no se de etie na efata so what you say hwe enna me no ka say wonim so ko Nigeria wontumi emfa mo nko foreign rice wontumi emfa mo wontumi foreign rice enko Nigeria omo import foreign rice bi omo kan export omo ne ma omo ye eye say ya and a course now omo developing the taste for local rice okay Ghana your local rice no say when we say the tons are you producing in a year no ekosro pa enko for the omo ahyem san say me say mo am pepper your local rice
said
yes ede emre bi atwa mu no na nka wo se wo koto asante mo se sana no mo frɛ no wo koto asante mo a odi si jaso na wo no awia se uti anye ye ama hit no amebo no anya ne pacha wutimi mom
yeah
so when the way say because of say abo ni ade na omo de omo nsa na yiyi mu ni ade but ne ya omo kramfi di papa
ade aba no
ade ya abanya so omo asene wo mo de ye ne kama kama no enne
okay
local rice
medase
ade a ebo
but on say wonu say omo tomato factory nso wo Brekum.
Yes.
As I say, oh, sampa na say, oh, kwanos be abansu discuss.
Akomada
yes, and also
tomato.
I say, Nina, I say, Osenka, Ghana, the Osenka baby so and tentem.
Nina say, competing with the foreign market, no, na edi.
But some man,
no, say, oh man, wow, dear. But ye share or more kokra. Saa niema no dia ba nyini pa ba akopende kokra wo
ba ananti ye no mon trust bia trade minister no mon trust na yen kan
nya saa bre
yen kan wasem okay
wo say ye hu say ye products Nigeria nya omo free one omo ba ne importation of rice o omo sha say even though no omo ye rice farm no omo e your market but yen kakra bre kodru say wanu nsuo so wo adware no e no omo tun mu enti Ghana bre bi bedura ya nu nsuo be so adware eso ye adware wi a ne atum pununim se mo obi ankofa bi ma ye de ye no wa haya no ebetimi aboa ye
but be da se na exhibition no what ma monitor
na se code short code no menim say 71171
code na say am message
me check ya hwe
but we kwa network ne ye slow
yes
so be just sa
na network na me say ye abem me fu am yi so be ho na akoda edge 4G no be ho na akoda edge ni ade ya na emwa eye to wo na ye ko hwe di but so when him say exhibition no history show say nipa ntamfa ni serious
yes
nipa
eye na say na start na say
ache da obekono mo ti wo sa exhibition so obi ko hwe ni din there be onko eno na ye say problem ba you have to solve the problem ebia ne say waka say what try say wo de abefo ententan fidie so ana say wo de fidie badwemba yi eye o phone e dey try say wo betimi ahwe wudin no ebia ne say wo dey try yi you make what you say
yes.
So this tells you say enam say nipa no entan koninti aban yi ne electoral commission so hwe ya nom so okay ene ye beboa say ye be ma abefo kwan abam ene ye wuti ofie kura utimi eye ma ne yeye so what you say ebia ne say enne sa wuti ofie na wanya emergency one message call bi ebia wo call interview one message call bi na wo sa wo ye call no ahomache no a baby eton credit obi ada dia na wo ye say wo account what synchronize your account with that of your Momo a year straight away put me transfer sika beto o Momo account ni now the be call the what the call so what I say enti a problem solving a bold decision and untina Ghana sabre o man panyikofo o say ebe bia na o panyina hia no ba mprempren ya yi de o panyini a one embrace digitization a wo tu ho anamo no sa panini pani a wo say ma no ebu oman no so what you say
omanpanyi da kofo na kan
omanpanyi da kofo na kan no boy ya bo Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia din kofo straight up
samo
yes
okanda bay
bra na ye manifesto launch omko interview no that's what he said
ba so wanko bi
na me say omko interview no so what you say omko interview man kasa grounds wo omko interview no say bra bia ni kandini ya hia no na Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia de wayi no you see de ekoso wa ma no ne you hia omampanyi a na dwene wo dwene konkan a de ekoso wa ma no ne no obetimi di bia ba Ghana na oye equal to the tax onene omampanyi ni abedi akire asisi a wo tu franka ama a new patriotic party Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia omampanyi kofo kan ya bo na ba so ka kire Ghana fo so obesre say ye hia obia sabri ne wo Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia di hia no wonu nti na ma wote wodem a wotimi twe ebi kra na obi ho kire no ahomache wodofo yare ahomache wo ba yare wo koi bi kra no a sika wode kofa ka kwa na se sika wode tisi amonten so no kra no na e de ma nti dia na abeye ultimate trace sika from account
gugu
bank account mu gugu momo wallet so na dia di dwuma ama na boa emprempren ya he opa me yanka so obi hia moja fie he ya yanka so obi hia moja ne emfrem penem ban asante drone moja ebebre osisi a won say na nka dia enim say moja ne nuro na ede ko but emu ye dia drobon so for ko BC ko ba se nsuo na yiri nipa nkọ nipa ma eye drone no a Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA de ba ya NDC former organizer den say ye de be hwehwe ma ho ma adware a enam so ye be hwehwe ma ho na atwa picture nti Ghana for ma ye nyintum kra ye montum no say drone no ena de questions no call ye e koma school for no
e be hwehwe ma ho Henry
oh onte ye
asem how can you dey
onte wo dabi ane wache ma nyi story ni ma and this women organizer she said that o say dey hwehwe ma ho ntimo obi ma Ghana for embrace the drone no
ba abeboa nti o dey medase Dennis why ready am mo sa video ma sene ma no hwade na entie so wi na abroche for ne ye we abroche mo ba Ghana na me ba cho o ye ready ma signal na afi ya hwenya ho djuma edina me refika krabet oba e me ka edina ma ba wo ne na yan hwe we nso so yan start ejumadi no na ye nua be ma Kevin dogbi ba na oba betwa so sisi
as a sports
say e be hwe won asem nyaka ye fa no nhyase because ehia pa say what dey see e wo GBC ne sports ministry o abam kupie mu parliament vet committee nanim ye busebusa enquiries no committee no busebusa ma no asem say won sem what say any ade fa we no ye say sports minister say $3 million and on the man GBC for omo data no say ntesa $105,000 and on sakai yenti wadaruma say na wo cancel mo
minu ameda wasibie na yatoa yankomodie ne so you see na me hwe say adwumadie ni bi say public account committee
yes
and na to sports minister
Mustafa
Hamid honorable omototo na no na oka say Eningo Prampa member of parliament honorable Sam George and the bisa say imprempren ya sika sen na osusu say odiama GBC and oka say over $3 million say sanity enti Sam George ye no say ene enkofo bi amune GBC ye adwuma na mse omu nsanka omu sika ene ade enti obepushi na wafre de woda GBC ano etoto ne mama wo mo na obisa sesen na esitie sasa na community ampa media hono at the public accounts committee no one say na revelation bi enya mai nti I says okay fine but adia kochia na wopanyini a woda GBC ano Professor Amin Al-Hassan Director General Professor Amin Al-Hassan I say one day sika abeka nensa abeka GBC ensa 105,000 K 105,000 $105,000 yes in fact me yam sheme eno kreye ba kope me yam sheme pa nemom na me nso me twensa no ye ebeba esan se sports minister say omama to the tune of this over $3 million and director general so say omo de $105,000 na won saka enchiremu kakraba
aba anything
enchiremu aba ne say o hwe Ghana web or say the 3.6 million All African Games saga see GBC's request invoices I'm fancy what you for or say me the set we bet me afa ti na web na dia ba so what you say or say yenhwe GBC requester year for approval of the contracts and invoices are not count enyina enye MPP na eka enye ministry na eka ena enye GBC for na eka sei
ona eka sa
eye Ghana Web ankasa mo ankasa central for ena mo se mo de moni akohu mo de moni adi akira na niam a mo hunie yenkom kakra megidi se bebo atiefo san se Ghana sika de se one city kra fa won search you can say waso cha na won search e wo se wo fiba
okay
se one city mpo a e wo se wo de ba ye gina Ghana mraso na ye gie o say more details are emerging on the amount tie o say through the Ministry of Youth and Sports I say more details are emerging on the amount of money the government through the Ministry of Youth and Sports paid the state broadcaster GBC. And you may daddy. It was Sika Sports Ministry GBC, which was held for the coverage of the 13th All African Games, which was held in Ghana in March 2023. 2023 afiabawo afikura twam they say you were August 2023
yes
2024 you were August 2024 nyina mu no breakdown no eni o say yanko I say the ministry issued a statement insisting that it paid 3.6 million and gave a breakdown as follows. Ministry nasma wokeni I say from the total amount, 2.5 million was paid directly to GBC in two tranches. 2.5 million to GBC. 1 million and $1.5 million on March 13th. 1 million no. On March 13th, 2025.
Okay.
And 1.5 million no. On May 22nd, 2024.
Okay.
And March 13, 2024, ministry need to $1 million. And on May 22nd, 2024, ministry no it to $1.5 million. Another amount, I know see $1 million was paid to third parties upon the instruction of GBC in accordance with the contract. TO. Edi kaino. Ministry ne say omutuya 1.5 omutuya $1 million MRGBC afia March eda etoso dumiensa eno mo san tua 1.5 million no 22nd May so what you say na aka 1 million 1 million no almost omutuya no edema third parties nkofo bi a GBC no aka se muntua sika masa nkofo we mo ema yen
omo yen nkofo bai
wa ha
omudi ni ho
ni nyina wa ha
okay
o say now the GBC document cited by Ghana Web tie when the GBC document cited by the sports ministry document cited by Ghana Web Ghana Web mo central for mo na mo kasa wo we the party sem bi anim and obi an ho bom mu bi anim
okay
Ghana Web say wo mo ankasa abo controversy misuma ni mani wo de nani akohu krata bia say Director General of GBC Prof Amin Al Hassan payment to be made to 6 different companies. Omo money krata bi say Director General country sports ministry say muntua sika we emma these companies are maybe no 6 different companies. 1 PSG, 2 Quality Media Production SL, 3 The Production Room TPR, 4 Silicon Productions. the GBC 24-hour African channel into bracket support and positive communication. These are the 6 groups are anase edumaku anase okay, now a GBC document cited by Ghana Web which was signed into the ordinance share krata anase no Director General GBC Professor Al Hassan omo na eka Ghana Web omo say Professor Al Hassan Mr. Oyenye ayen common ye nyina ye di so what you say ento ase adumakuo no de edi kan frɛ wɔn mo PSG de toso mi ne from Quality Media Production SL de toso mi ansa the production room TPR de toso mi ansa Silicon Productions de toso 9 the GBC 24-hour Africa channel, African Games channel and positive communication. Oti edumakuo anase ekuo ensiano din enie. I said the document which is dated February 28, 2024. February 28, 2024. And a document no data na ewoso no was a request from GBC to Ministry of Sports for the approval of contracts and invoices to the entities mentioned above. And sports ministry it showed that PSG was to be paid 2,560,534 euros to be paid. Was an invoice? So what I say?
To be paid.
To be paid.
Okay.
The ordinary who ye no. Anna, on say Otie and Semunimunsua. Sports ministry can say yes. Ya de sika bima GBC. But ya de bin so ma ankrankre bia. Eye GBC ne kasi yemfa sika no mo. What would the way is koso? And na Ghana Web the document chere say almost society document bi chere say no kre GBC I can say sports ministry emfa sika bi mankofo bi. In the sports ministry can say otua sika bi mankofo bi a minia over. So ka say me emfa sika ma fasika ma producer. But on am dia ma o. So on him say on dia ma o.
Yes.
When I want director me say me emfa dia ma producer nti on am dia ma o. And I say 1 million was paid to Quality Media Production SL. 1 million there tuya I'm a Quality Media Production SL. And the production room was to be paid 500,000 euros. Silicon Production was also to receive $165,000. And then the GBC 24-hour African Games channel support was paid $105,000. I basically $105,000 no. Now, media on say okay, can somebody na bomwa. I think we need further and better particulars to ascertain.
But me anopay.
Yes.
Me shedanya abotre ekoi Public Account Committee.
Okay.
Interview money yewura sports minister ye Mr. Faye.
Yes.
Any Professor Alasan also a grantee. Any pair do not debate 3 days ago.
Okay.
Or say anyone was say sports minister ne kasa asem. Na onu kutanka touch say sika the whole GBC ni nyina sakaye. Including one no ameba according to only prime meeting you know.
Okay.
Was say on say Samuel Busa ne say yesi bi mukura omuntu muka. Was say ho no dina say no kure.
Okay.
Was say omotu obi aka including allowances.
Okay.
Say ebia channel manager ne ba site na owo ho a per day no yesi about 100 cedis.
Okay.
Eno nka osika idi twel no e de ma per every day bia no. But say omobade say wonu ho de a na say wo no ukoyo ade foforo on kan bi according to Professor Mokayen. But my main can't what was say 3 days ago.
Okay.
Professor Amin Alhassan is the Director General of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. The Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, GBC, has refuted claims that it received 3 million from the Ministry of Youth and Sports as full payment for coverage of the 13th All African Games. The state broadcaster said the allegation is entirely false, describing the revelation as shocking.
Okay.
Director General of the GBC made this known in an interview in response to allegation, saying GBC only received sum of $105,000 for its entire coverage of the games hosted in Ghana from March 8th to 23rd March 2024. The allegation was made by the Sports Ministry at the Public Account Committee of the Parliament on Monday, August 19th. GBC was the officially broadcaster for the 13th All Africa Games, and I can confirm that full payment has been made to GBC. I can't remember the exact amount, but I know that it is in the excess of $3 million.
Yeah.
The Minister for Youth and Sports, Mustafa Yusuf, told Parliament.
Okay.
But Professor Amin Alhassan said nothing more than $105,000 was paid as a benefit to the GBC for dedicating its channel.
Yeah.
I think yesterday I was one of those who was shocked to learn that the Minister of Youth and Sports said that they had paid GBC in the excess of $3 million. And I want to assure every Ghanaian and the public that the GBC's total benefit from the African Games was $105,000 as dollars equivalent. Nothing more was paid as benefit to GBC, and that payment was a support for the fact that we dedicated an entire channel 24 hours. We suspended normal programming for the GTV Sports Plus and dedicated it to the All Africa Games, and for our role as the official broadcaster. That is what the GBC was paid, and not an excess of $3 million, he responded. Prof. Alhassan further explained that the amount was used to offset the cooperation opportunity cost. Lastly, when you suspend a channel's normal programming, there's an opportunity cost. So it's used to offset the cost of the channel not doing regular programming. So there is a loss of businesses. So it's important to point out when you take an entire channel 24 hours for 2 weeks, it's come at a cost. And that was what the money was for. So it was for our revenue, $105,000 and not excess of $3 million. And why also at the buy?
Yes,
2 days ago.
And I make a choice. So shad, yeah, asama Ghana Web Eka. Show document omoka ho asem ni. And you could see the was signing. Document in any way you.
My document.
Aha,
but you see, no, Director General say,
enti no, Saka, and I wish Ghana Web was stating clearly say, Sika, a call GBC 24, GBC 24, for a year, $105,000. They said, yeah, Director General, but you see, oh, say, Osha Sports Ministry. Adi omode ba mountain so mo say enkofo mo be bede say omo be games no no mo do so ebi mu kra to the tune of 6 million and omo ka so mbeje but omo hwe say yes ye patronizing made in Ghana goods na wo say made in Ghana na say Ghana nwuma so kosoro no na GBC be ka say they can use 3.6 million to do the same thing no omo the contract no e ma GBC. Okay, that is it. On the contract, no GBC. GBC no quote 3.6
any abrebe Monday contract man because
no 1 month to the All African Games because GBC Director General Ekan
say 1 month.
Was 1 month to
yes.
The games no. Ena omonsa kan contract and then they saw say infidie ni ade
me tie na po say
yes.
I think say before so they we ni come awo mo ebeka 2 weeks
okay
ena omono mo trans wo table ho
yeah
esin konwa
yeah
e finance bibia
yeah
ya odi invoice ni bibia ne send the production me say akoni bibia de ma wo
and ha me no me no can say pepe o
but me
me no can the same thing
no but me yes me gidi but me doubt ni we na if a Ghana for the aban
no
on say you wo me ba me nyina we say no so me media man ana ye media no I got a competition and in a year
okay
at times no me bo wa information bia ye de be na ya Chris
and they say GBC so say media
I know but GBC no ye hwe oma enyi GBC but ye hwe so oma no yeah 2014 the same thing happened in Brazil
yeah
and the tip committee of inquiries
yes
amasika omu di ye ne ti omu no mo ye ne obeta TV so sa akra ne maami akwa ofumaja na ya mfra nya obia e ma ne humu na so anko se hwe the same thing and as se boba enti ye
nyi the same thing na ho me dey me no mi no yemboro Dr. BAWUMIA West you and I were not there
okay
ye mi no ni ho now akoye we aka we nso aka me dey me kanyana ne say so what document we are it is signed by Professor Amin Al-Hassan and Ghana Web publishing so to refute this say nye no crefina meba wo dey ti say emfi o makache no e was say Director General of GBC Bamonte so no be ka say sa de na Ghana Web publishing me dey mo court because nye no cre ye ni no cre ma ye ho what especially signature no wo ho no say ofo say nya ne signature na nkofo bi na akɔhye kuntuna se akɔsan bibi wo ho dia ene onfa Ghana Web nkokot esa say document we America Ghana Web wan fa nkɔhye ba bia wo publish it is online a public document and wo signature be hye krata bi ase na for say one sign bibi adia then I think say you have to take some media you have to take them on say why ntimi anya then I just say and some no
data
Ghana Web e de buy ye 12
but you date on the buy because today sounds very responding to it you fan company has a
they up printing no and capture date no but I think say omo kire say omo ensa kan kratawi na data to them Professor Amin Al-Hassan Troye February 28 2024 sa we document we any February 28 2024
okay
and almost say Professor Troye so what I say Otroma sports ministry say omundi sa adwuma we ema omo yen come director they no say following the appointment of GBC as the official broadcaster yes on say make us a sports minister can say GBC can na wo form 3.6 million as compared to 6 million others charge into for say on the low side afei so gidi say adwuma ne GBC betimi aye nti Ghana betimi aye ade enti na wo say ye de komo obi foforo enti omo de adwuma no e share GBC ensa okay omo de adwuma ne share GBC ensa no enkofo GBC say bra memetie Director General say ebra mo nsa kan omunya contract no no ma say emfidie bi ebeboa omo ne akade bi omo betimi de dwuma ebeboa omo no na omo ni ento omo so contracting enkofo ti o enti GBC no nko na di dwuma no ono so contracting enkofo
but so that there ma me accept me na was enkofo
enti GBC na contracting enkofo you see GBC contracting enkofo say we mo be kan ye ho no matimi aye adwuma no said yese na efata na GBC e de krata Koma Sports Ministry February 28 2024 say following the appointment of GBC as the official broadcaster of the 13th All African Games 2024 2024, it should be 2023. 2024, I hereby submit contracts and invoices that GBC has to commit and sign up for the delivery of specialized broadcasting services. So what I say, GBC so the command sports ministry say, sir, enkofu we mu ne enkofu a yenso ye fa wo mo no matimi abeka yadwuma no hone ayama na yeye. Or say the list of services provided and the corresponding contract sums are as follows. Nkofo aye fa wo mo ni sika wo mo so ka so mo beje yen enie PSG Quality Media Productions SL, the production room TPR, Silicon Productions, GBC 24-hour African Games Channel, and then Positive Communication. Any sikat the amebobo ye no eno na hye obia no see GBC requires the approval of the ministry in order to commit. It is the expectation of GBC that the Ministry of the Youth and Sports will provide the funds to pay for these invoices. It is that invoices here they are pay. A ministry na said yes say omo ebetua. And a ministry no. Any ministry no kwa na eka Ghana web na say was cited document just say GBC NSA sports ministry ntua says sika we nom ema ekuo we mo. I hope you are getting the conversation well. To the extent say person mo che say sa enkofukuo ensien ebi mu wo hwa sika no sports ministry etua ma omo direct. So what I say? So I say $1 million was paid directly to nkofo bi omo boa ye adwuma no. Enti that document we dia Ghana Broadcasting Corporation ebetimi ye gina so edi omo dwuma. So omo fo say ensemu a Ghana web dia betu dwa no. Say ye no omo kan na tra na omo kan say atesem ne enso atibia. But here is the case they've gone ahead to provide a relevant document. So what I say? GBC logo any omo bi bia da so. Enti mesre wo say see no Kumasi online say muni dwumakuo bi akodi bibi akodi adwuma bi akoya adwuma bi na omo so omo ntua amoka ana yesi e ka na yesi na mo twe ho na media house bi provided documenta onu susu say free mu akache mo director e na assign e dia ba. Do you challenge it? If say challenge ya yes and I'm say I am logo and I'm say I am logo say any mo signature and the wo holding you have to seal sankofo no for using your signature and your logo say no cry but say what say this say bia afro so dia ba fine anything America say start eni na watwe enti no say no the story is unfolding yen hwe no pomasi bre na baby asika no kodi ye biara e wo se ye hu se akodi baby papa esan say amanfo bi adane no oh wana abamu mpanimfo disika na obi ye say you see
na so ka abamu some minister sports minister ya abamu mpanimfo
yes and American say and American say sika na wo so omdi djuma ni nyina ye 3.6 million dollars enti so matua 3.6 million dollars a de ne nsan kan ni sika ebetimi abamonten so abeka say media mensan kan mi sika enza 3.6 million na almost say omotua no me hia misika
but adentina sports ministry zuko pie committee nenem
yes
one chire me say munisika ne ma weni na demand by want me anchire say o se for their ma otua sika de ma GBC $3 million
you see and I make a choice say me I am not here to defend Ibiadia enye but emra I work Ghana say you uphold the emra. Say me ma contract now direct me say me ntua sika mani pass me say me discana ma me ma contract no
but what me about you but sports ministry also can say Mr. Sports minister Nekasano.
Yes.
Ono so anka say bia GBC for that team say me face ke bi nkoma.
Yan kan sa o.
Na e kan sa.
Emremu yan kan sa. Afa na details no eba. Emremu no me o se me nya adwuma ma. Okay. Adwuma no a me ye no. Ma charge wo say me je wo bia 10 Ghana cedis. Na wo wakofa producer, wakofa manager, wakofa we say omo na ye adwuma no. Sa wo de krata ma me say mentua bia 1 cedi ema producer, mentua 2 cedis ema manager, mentua 5 cedis ema department ya me bibia me ye bia receipt a me ye bia na me ye no wo di mu enti say me call public account committee ya enam say me ye receipt no wo di mu no documents me provided chese me yen wo di mu
ba sa so wo chi me ba
no ene bo na wo nchemu na ba say wo nchemu na ba
me ba wonya kwan akohia public account committee
yes
ye toto no
okay
fa sika de share won sa say ewias Africa 30 mama no misi say ye de sika ma say ye adwuma na me estimate Eda check committee no. Ebia Kumasi online TV. Ena ye obi e di contract man no. Enti per me some America no. Sika e di ma wo mu $8 million. But it is no. Omo share me say me mfa we ni me. The ukasa dey say
enya wo adwuma.
Enya wo adwuma.
Debi.
They say ye debi o ye. It's all the tabas, all the taba. The internal the tabas say. Oba o the te adwuma wa ye. Osi me tua de ma Ebia Kumasi online ti won chirem de ntia dis akoma.
Internal auditor ba. I want to correct internal auditor ba. Mu be yi document the contractual document no a e kire say mo the contract ne ma GBC.
Henry
now the receipt e kire say wo the sika no ma GBC ache so.
Ana papa nso so kire say also document ya. Ono eye ni sika kan ya no.
Eno dia wogidi.
Oh me dey say on e kan answer.
Dabi eno dia wogidi.
No.
Meba.
Papa no was say
nipa miensa na ekase yo.
Nipa miensa na wan.
Nipa miensa na ekase. Sports Ministry kasa. Ghana Web kasa. Na GBC Director General kasa.
Ghana Web no there. Ono yes third person.
Yes, third person.
Third party. Mo ento no sa third party ni there. Mema says for now no. Nipa also ti be cry a year qualification different way sports minister.
Okay.
On fan krata kire say GBC for ne share no.
Okay.
Say on to entirely there Ghana for and because Ghana had a media house bi mo ho a omu ye adwa de ma particular political party.
And they can say
and dem na say Ghana yenim.
Yes.
But me can say ya Ghana ha ye ni media house bi omo dwumo ye. Woni bebre. But me can say Ghana bu kan. E betima ba say e bia bibi wo ho a say me ase but a quite different person be but say bia ya ti committee bi ana ya ti krom post ka die na mu sabedi enko se hwe enti e betena saa na de sisi wo 2014 World Cup Brazil ye no na bia sa repeat bi na obi abeta TV no se esu na komo so de na ye pesika kra ya toilet na nya bi ye pesika kra ya kwa nya bi ye pesika kra sa konfi juice ya ye kan wasem ye pesika kra spandi mu kra na ka se kra ye nya bi na ye di uske ugura ba bia sabi ase e ba committee make us won yenkosi hwe IGP putepu pia bontin up to na fa hwe mai wo de yamfa we kura da 2014 de kura isi dada up to now abisa fi anka yentimi kan say wo ye bone enti atwena so anase sen committee the report ba ye say aso meeting report akomo ama e pum ne say ye ase no say ma bi ewum and the we so repeat
Meba, question I will be say, perfect. Those are Ghana Sikau. But you see, I have this document from City. City News. Let's say, Sports Ministry provides breakdown of 3.6 million paid to GBC for African Games coverage. I say, Sports Ministry. Let's say, for City. I say, Sports Ministry provided the breakdown of the 3.6 million dollars. Omutuyama GBC so I'm cover all African games, you know. Ministry not provide breakdown. But what I say. So as I'm now working pepe. You are a journalist. Okay, you work for a media house, city, and so a media house. I'm also say ministry no provide breakdown. Okay, dear me no me anu nyina na was say ye looking out for, and they say they okay, you know, enka ministry no sign fa the actual receipts and then the documents covering the payment. Yes. Okay. And Osha document in India now was a call GBC 24 the same amount $105,000. Osha winner. No, I say someone dance anywhere you trouble the dance you. Document Ghana were provided almost to say a free GBC a catching. Sikane was a called GBC 24 or $105,000 US dollars. Do you challenge that? Do you challenge that? So one challenge and I'll challenge it. No, me say document I can once a week. Document I can once a week. The Aqua really say, I
didn't say GBC data general. A say na dinati.
Because 105,000 now see abedin hono. Almost okay.
A DNT.
Yeah.
Sabe tua di amount. Sabe uni ni je anase bia
maybe miscommunication.
No,
our dear say sika GBC ankasansa kan ye. Bedwumaku nim.
Anase onti the no
the communication no I say papa no on intro Director General GBC Professor Amin Al-Hassan on intro or say sika GBC in saka ye $105,000 and a what document Ghana Web providing and says sika was a GBC 24 $105,000. Now what did this 105,000 nedia? According to GBC 24 ho, I then won't sika kodru PSG ho. I then sika quality media production SL and saka dear also any no crane.
To please see joy online I was say presidential aspirant fast RTI. Okay. Right information be request to GBC boss Sports Ministry for info on Africa Games.
Good.
Sabe a best simple.
Presidential aspirant.
Me from me details.
Okay.
Samuel appear dankwa.
Okay.
And he was
17 or 19 na afile.
I someone for so.
Some person be
someone appear dankwa. I think say no say
yes.
Someone appear dankwa has filed a right to information bill RTI request to the Youth and Sports Minister and Director General of the State Broadcaster.
Perfect.
Ghana Broadcasting Corporation GBC to provide information related to the payment for the Africa Games hosted by Ghana.
Perfect.
This comes after
headline no yes. And he say me betena fidie so na me catch say fighting against corruption ya ban yi ya ban a we determined so be to corruption asia until na do dan kwakufu ado e ba ye mampanyino no sanse we count me tron
ko say waka bibi wan say
oh na me catch
one say bi o say mo mfa bibi
that be mesro
you dan kwa no open di be no so
me say until say na do dan kwakufu ado be mampanyini na Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia beye mampanyini abedi akire no na ye ne mra bia kire say public officer bi edi ne dwuma wo betimi atro akoma no say ne dwuma di a wo die no emu nkrata sem ne bia wonfa ntoda me kire the right to information bill na say ye act no so what I say enu ntina me can so say emra wei Magana for dear what obia catch it, a duma oye. And this another what Timmy Maya de Mra we ba. Then it tells you, say, he is determined to fight corruption. So what I say, if any,
and I'd rather party and as well.
Oh, I said, I
saw one and I'd rather play. Say, so because I
they were trot to buy to, they were trot to Abnada Pa. When I trot to Abnada Pa.
Now say, I find a special prosecutor so requested for and Grata Bia.
I'm cautious and Cratemu.
And if you account from I say, buy a cracker, say, oh, that mean jump. But now, bless sooner, you see, you got or don't Mumma, you tell 40 something $1 million Marco Brand by Bessia. You have a permanent one year, Najman away. And then so, and answer for as a trophy for Motor. There been a Ghana, Henry. Ghana had been why you be no. And yes, so I was job from with defendant Tiana Kato Kraku. A year, Bibiana, a median with chair, a woman defending, a woman defending, and a parliament also dissolve parliament. Won't to me, Won't to me, TV, or me a radio station. Oko Enkayan, radio go to one, and yan this for there. Okay. Won't to one be Pinidia. Yes. Oko the Chimaya. A friend say, Renaissance from one day, and yet, and this is for there. So, Nimsa Santamanta, radio TV, bro. Yes, may change so much now, but in the TV. Oh, quite a Timaya, a friend say, station, deputy finance, I think some finance minister and so on. On a boy, oh, the Duke Ranam Refi, a German's a cosa. Oh, me radio station, only finance. The only so radio station. Me back. Nyabude tie me. Okosumania. But before we are, you are Labour minister. I was a myself from home. No, a friend say, Sunyani and so on. Sunyani from Sunyani is for the night day. And me, Cha was said, and never been more. Wow. Oka bibi sense and for it to ya would defend the pet and he said Debbie. A minute who can make me spend out by you. Oh, dear Mustafa Karimuna, dear Papa Kamuna, and they are for Yan the sea war. A friend say, a Brazil, the BC beam. Near we say BSA, but who justify a document about? Men justify the BR, made a document about. Actually say, once and trophy one, I must coaching copy document. That's not coming from the sports ministry. Sa document in free sports ministry on sports ministry never. So what I say, and my can't so. Actually, I shall phone a tear for say. Say, Obi Befagan and Sika one see the crown will quit so dear. Adabraka, and you quite a sad any see. And the document ya abbey, make one Kamenya and Director General of Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. And can we see you Ghana Web? Say document will free me ho. So what I say, and it's a way to me and see you Ghana Web. Na the okay no say Ghana Broadcasting Corporation through the Director General ka say omonfa sikane bi ma ekuo we fa bi ma ekuo we dia ene yen pre enhwehwe said yo obi atro a request say document be related to all African games no emra ne pense mu ni sikasem ne bibia no omofa document receipt invoices bibia metudwa no I think that is the right way to go. So what you say sana maka no but said obi beka say sports minister akofa sika bi akodi sika bi ni ade no it is neither here nor there obi beka say this car enkofo ekeka say bia na oka say de we ko sun so afi ankra one heavy me share bi na ka say osun me say ona wo de ba you say nyam na me de ba ba me ka say osun ye heavy so say obviously free ankra e ko sun ye osun ye wa so 2014 yi e wo o man panyin dada Mahama osun ye TV so na TV na and a free ankra wept osun but no o say o de two way ho but when there contract in say we are going to spend this amount. Me can say me so if 3.6 is spent every issue no more than we kakra. Okay. But me just say any kwase bi say sibiem. And a bin say me how na nye na bi bay. That be and so come say na mama kube and the praise kepu prem ko Brazil ko tua. Until say eti mayen until say ye benya ne pumasi bre. 3.6 if the ministry pays 3.6 I want to mra okay a contract at GBC for can say and no nebetimi ama omode
games no.
Kevin Dogbe Wabayme Yankona Kevin Makwaba. Upon to say, but Rapaja Akosula,
Bibia Boko,
watch Kafra, and now Abochi or so, traffic Kafra Wati. And now Sanka Bochi never by Binti, Bochian or say in Yabema Kevin Dogbe, Emrabisina nine. Why a former secretary de Ma 10 okay University. Obesina na ya hwete ten for nso mugu hopa na se mo de na gu na se o test conform
e wo hopa
na se mo kokko mo nto aba ni nso so mo
test con egu
se so mo kokko mo nto aba da bia ye hwe omo mo to bi se be mo ko yimo
mo twa de the entire test con no ya ante se meto aba
mo te se me de
ye te say it's a wing of NPP. Now, explaining the policies and programs of the party
from grassroots.
The core mandate of TESCON, and they say on explaining the policies and programs of the party. One say, so maybe Abranti or University. Ninia on also what TESCON. Maybe on also University. They said they are large Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia at the Atudre. And yet, if you will be a bit in your Kinkayati, so when the intellectual and came and say,
when I read about your farm and Bomami, now young Mamma tape na young so we are a yahwe okay boma me na yenti asema enye macho prepare ma so ma wonya ha me se wadaroma ma me emra ho na yehwe se what dey see wo public account committee anim sports ministry ne GBC for there no e won komo na yedi ba cho ba menti o why late ba mama sima no edu why
okay edikan metia witiefo ne Ghana fo nyina omo hwe ena as inchia edi so enkomatenfo omo jimi di ye first year omo mame akonya se memeso omo as secretary na
unya ka ni bi se mamoka wanfama
odabi ye no ye ntesa ye no ye bia finchim ye ntesa
ye ka problem ma bu o kenos na na muri du
dabi ye ntesa entino enye no
sat am no classes
na classes
na wo share years na
enye no cre bibia sensi
12 na wo
classes na mo GHS1
no 15
mo classics
no classes
na the minimum no
and the sata and the sata wo ko record bia say so for secretary
because
deputy secretary it one document bia say e be check kama ma currency for my do wa e say ma mo fe 2020
bibia sensi
ma do ni ma mo ade wunya bi
bibia sensi
metresi
buata bibia
eti we say NC ti ma mo ka say na so was serious o say almost say sense ti say eti wo pa say NC
bibia sensi
by mate okay e da document kwa na ya hye no say eti na medical store kro mo ko hye na ye hu de fe ya ma mi ti opagini simadu
enti no yete oman we mu na MPP for eba be catch say eba corruption ana say dream ne katashese dia omo nka ho bi na last week na ye call parliament na public accounts committee assembly by say Ministry of Finance Ministry of Sports so we release $3.6 million for all African games na ohwe just then your friend is Professor Amin our GBC general director and so be release communique and so kind of bulletin be no say
so no committee also committee
into no see bia say in si come really omo ensa kan $105 million $105,000 into no the other amount in excess of 2.4 million and according to Ninchire Muno say some of the money they hired third parties into third parties we need answers on them who
one is behind the third parties.
Almost said they hired third parties.
They hired the okay.
Yes, they hired
what can answer?
Professor Amin.
Okay.
So say they hired third parties. If you hired third parties, what we want to understand is was it the Ministry of Health that hired the third parties? And now say GBC and they hire third parties for the broadcast of all African games, you know. Into the GBC say what they were meant to receive was $105,000 dollars, and that is exactly what they received.
Okay.
Into the excess, you know, they should come and account to us. Say, okay, this one went to this third party, this one went to this third party, and this one went to this third party. And once again, the MPP has set the ball rolling, and they've made it look like NDC party. A friend is a katashise ewum. Me can see asem so. Your friend is saying just minority leader Kisilato Force, and they prosecuted him for saying, quote unquote, say he caused a financial loss of 2.3 million euros. Now here says it is almost close to that amount. And so if MPP is a serious government and they want to fight corruption, then this is what a place where they should set what precedents.
Okay. Heads
must rule, questions must be answered. So if they want us to take them serious, that yes, Nanado says what Amatinamidu says Nanado is what the mother serpent of corruption. If he wants to take that tag away from himself, then I think this is a case study. In fact, he's really committed to fighting it. So we are looking to him. Yeah, trying to say a case we saw 3.6 million saga until we are expecting that he should really do something about it. Only be being found. Yes, and Professor Amin, so I think there are questions he should answer, including my friends and Jamaluddin, and also assistant of sports ministry. And also, so to me answer questions as to whether which third parties the monies went into, and they should give us enough evidence that yes, we actually transferred this money to what GBC. I had 3.6 million or can we transferred it to the account of what GBC, and that GBC so country say okay, yes, we received $3.6 million now. So yeah, what 105,000. That is what we want. They should be fair to us. They should be accountable to us. Right now we can't make any conclusions, and we can't draw conclusions. But you can tell us, okay, yes, truly they sent 3.6 million to us. But out of that 3.6 million, yeah, they are 105,000. But this further amount, we hired the third parties, and so we distributed this other amounts to them, and that is what we are asking for. And anything short of this, we would say MPP has failed the country in terms of the corruption fight. Said they are coming to fight it. They created some positions, some portfolios like special prosecutor, auditor general, or useless. Yes, and so if they are really committed to fighting corruption, this should be a case study to them to prove that they are really committed to the fight of corruption in the country.
Okay. And they say, Matthias here, that just say, okay, also maybe you say, hide third party, to involve say a bit me at the cast the program, and I say be the event, and when to me institute say bia send a bobo companies be dino NAC say a bit ma say e bia na document kuta na valid it a bit me aba but me for na dey menti me nka say bia say yeah
30 seconds
that be o time so that o chen dey
we are all in the process of learning. So
okay.
I have a document here from Ghana Web.
Was this a year? No,
you see, these are the list. Third party, yes, 6 different companies or 6 different entities. The first third party is PSG. So what I say, amount I say a PSG ho 2 million. 56,000 and
2 million.
2 million, yes. It's around 2 million euros.
Okay.
That's what I say. And then the quality media production SL. Yeah, PSG. Then we have quality media production SL. Almost $1 million. And then the production from TPR, which is 57,030 euros. So what I say, the amount GBC in Sakaya, which is GBC 24 African Games channel, and also $105,000.
So who is releasing this document?
This document is released by Ghana Web, and it is signed by the Director General of National Director General of GBC. So what I say, dated February 28, 2024.
February
28, 2024. Directing the Sports Ministry to do these.
Can I?
So you can go.
And to bet my na yamrana basanka making kind a team for
Okay. So let me just pass this comment.
Yeah.
I listened to
The Director General.
no, I listened to the Minister of Sports.
Yes.
And so if this is what he's saying, if this
this is not from the Ministry.
if this is what we
this
are
one,
supposed to
this
go
one
by
for
from-
a media entity.
yes.
Ghana Web.
Yes.
Intercepted from
Yes.
GBC.
Yes.
Ghana
If
Web.
this is anything to go by, then I think the minister miscommunicated.
Okay.
First of all, he says we gave 3.6 million. The question that he was asked was how much did you give to GBC? So
for covering.
Yes. And so these monies were not given to
No,
GBC
if I may come in. You see, this letter emanated from GBC.
Yes.
Directing the ministry to do this.
Yes.
So if you direct me to pay somebody, it means I've given the money to you.
You didn't give it to me.
I gave it to you.
You didn't give it to me. You distributed the money, but you didn't give it to me.
You directed me to do so.
Yes. So
You
that is what
directed
I
me
mean
to
by
do
there
so.
was
So if I have any,
miscommunication.
if I have any receipt,
So
you
there's
should, you should bear your
miscommunication.
name.
So it should be there's
Yes,
a miscommunication
fine.
from the ministry.
That is it.
So you can
But
say
then-
I gave them one. DS was 105, but they directed me to make other payments to others.
Okay, that's also another way of
But if you
going
tell
about
me
it.
they received
But you see,
that alone,
the
then
contract,
it means there's
the
something
contract,
wrong.
the contract, Ghana Broadcasting Corporation entered the contract with the Sports Ministry, right? And then the Sports Ministry is to pay 3.6 million for a service.
Yes.
And these services, Ghana Broadcasting Corporation realized they couldn't provide those services and that they should go in for third parties to help. Okay, so on the document, clearly the contract is between GBC and Ministry of Sports, right? So any payment you are making should go to GBC for
They should
reimbursement
disburse. They
or
should
something.
disburse it.
But
So-
you see, this document is directing that pay these amounts
To these people.
to these people.
Not necessarily to me.
Oh, you have given your consent.
So maybe
Yes.
So what I say?
Yes.
So
But it is not for me.
When I say memfama omo,
Yes.
The name of-
and it's a metro receipt
On
Biana.
behalf.
Yes, metro receipt Biana. The receipt will bear your name.
Good.
Because a co auditing na me control producer. Say me the 1,000 my producer contract be anywhere say many producer will I entitled to be document be anywhere say many producer will contract.
But
It me no say they be
to Miss Penkana
2 minutes.
young question.
If from what you are saying,
Yes.
you are saying that GBC directed that this money
yes,
should be
should
given
go
to
to- yes.
these particular people.
Yes.
I wouldn't sit here and say it is a lie or it is true. These are documents, and documents
Yes.
don't
And then
lie.
it bears
So
the
there's a signature.
of the professor.
But I disagree that that is what GBC received. If I tell you, give these people this amount of money, it doesn't necessarily mean you transfer the total amount to me for me to what? Disburse. Or if the sports ministry says
you see, the
If the-
intention is to transfer the money to you, and then you
so, the
gave
sports
me.
ministry should come
You-
and give us.
you gave me
And then maybe
So the sports ministry
you
should come
gave
and
me
give us
the
documents
power.
that I sent all the 3.6 million to you.
You gave me the power.
Kevin,
then give
Henry,
the money.
and then maybe was say,
Yes.
a brown called Parliament one.
Yes.
Because was see GBC for no, you see, and say auditors bar pay document good time on me.
GBC, yes.
Mo scam receive we. But every one trust was send document and say transfer from my ABA
And
third
then
party.
This is the document.
Mo. And to say because sports minister Nichi say Sikano ye the bomb brand 18 million, $3.6 million. GBC enyase. Send ye Ghana World. Etimi actually be
Ghana Web nature you. There is a document from
There's
GBC.
Ghana Web na de buy here. When I call for me bawo.
Yes.
Up to now no be any document be a chese. But Ghana Web na o makofa we ndi abase.
Abase, yeah.
Per how I didn't see call no. Say that here. And it's a GBC.
Why don't we stick to the RTI?
Oh, Debbie, us now, but I might tell Fontinemas, because the winner issue now, but no. My Yeno, Sebia, Madame Fuminia, Madame Fuminia, my mentor say, a bank of Mustafa I meet a public account committee anymore. Also, with Chidum say, Sika Abia GBC years of Virginia. 3.6 billion euros, million dollars. Yes. GBC, as you say, and no ma ebia party say. To say
another form of communication.
Yes, communicate more. And I no can I want him as no. Because he was there. Yeah, or present how I didn't fast so quiet. I will be and I'm but you see. So no. Who say oh course ben
stats.
Okay. You know, say man.
Yeah, economy.
Man accounting and I'm in law. But what if I give you the power of attorney, right? Say me, that is my consent. And to be piano and say yeah in my name, no. Mimi demon and see you. So if you are writing anything, you have to use my name. Because I gave you the power of attorney. How so what me can I say? So GBC, having written to sports ministry, said do these on our behalf. Yen yama yen. Into yen say na yen no dia. Said the beya auditors bar. Sikadi nyina no na yes saying. Na ye 3.6. 3.6 no. Oko trust 3.6 went to GBC. GBC so na the entire contract no. Contract no so nyina 3.6. What I say? And you know why someone enter into the contract? I get 3.6.
Next topic is your cost na ye didn't come. The amount na ye 3.6 million no. And no ni sika boten a ekoba say GBC troba yes say no ne betimi edi dwuma no and this sports ministry etu 3.6 a omunya mfumso bia ya dan say me mra ho very say Kevin na yenhwe ye fe second way say BAWUMIA ahyebo say oba Ghana ho chewo mu no bibia be bokọ cost of living be memrem obi amre biem si manum adaroma mamitio.
Okay. On say kwate kraso be ma atade ahya yet anything yet oman we mu na MPP for brandish BAWUMIA say or economic messiah or you be a your friend say eba economics a necessary emma e Ghana hada enti no enu nti at a time na ye appointing as even running mate na onye Cadbury member of what MPP but they believe say due to his what intelligence in the economic sector enti no he was the man to turn what the things of Ghana around to the extent that the wife say niknu economic what desire and economic wasted na say can say will be a wasted uko nyuntu mu ne say pe wasted no or you be a wakwade nyuntu mu internet say niknu no or you be a eba economics onimude. Now fast forward after they won the 2016 elections, you could realize after all the lectures he gave, the economic lectures he gave, and all the comic statements he made, let me, if you permit me, comic statements he made. Okay. So all the statements he made pertaining the economic
because so we bet na see apane ade. Una ne nya adwen chese ade ya gudi.
Okay.
Because enye easy say obuko school. Bebe wadu ya manwasem ne by such ways be a tawisu no. Anemwa. So that's it because one before so beka be opane odwene ho. Etotimi resi utama nwa ade ho. Me ne nya adwen. Asem wo kan en 20 petirim. Ghana for NTA fine. But I said comment statement in there to us.
I retract the statement.
Okay,
so Okache say he's coming to turn what the economic situations of the country around. And at a time where they were coming, inflation rate was at 15%, 15.1%, and a cedi to a dollar was 4 cedis 20 pesos. Then, and they called for the head of the then governor, I almost say the Juman so in resign. Fast forward, you've come into government, and we had inflation rates hit as high as 54%. And as it stands right now, inflation is around 24%. And you go around and come and tell me that you are going to make changes again.
20.9.
You are going to make changes again. Is this someone we take serious? Dabi, where's you at the forefront? Now let us see what you've learned. You claim you've learned. So all the 7 years as a vice president.
Or you meet on your driver.
Dabi, and yes, sir. On the basis that he was a mate and that all his sayings or all his contributions to Nanado were not taken. And our president Nanado were not taken. Then he means he's telling us that Nanado is an autocratic leader who doesn't listen to his subordinates. And Nanado made us aware. Nanado went to stand at a conference or on a platform and said all the good things we are seeing in the economic sector, it is due to the hard work of what? BAWUMIA. And so if today things are not going well, he can't run away and tell us that he's a driver's mate and that he was only assisting Nanado, President Nanado in all those things, and that he didn't have any power or control over the things. And as vice president, you are mandated to be the head of the economic management team, and he is the chairman of the board. And so if you tell me things pertaining the economic indicators or economic sector, you don't have upper hands on it, then I think there's a misplaced priority. And this is someone who doesn't have a track record of being believed. It's not someone we can trust going forward. And as Senior Ghana, Baby Ghana Kodri, we need someone we can trust, a trusted leader, a leader who has been tested, a leader who in times of needs will come to his people and say, "Me man for say na yakodru, intine mama memory say, edu say ya, you will get there." Someone like John Mahama, in terms of needs, in terms of tribulations in the form of doomso, he went straight into what? Parliament House and admitted that yes, we are facing challenges in the world. Energy sector, but I promise you I'm going to fix it, and he fixed it before leaving. And we didn't have we didn't have energy sector crisis only under Mahama, but he's the only president and ononkwane president with me parliament wholeheartedly say yes, I admit that we are facing this kind of challenges. When it happened in 2002 thereabouts under Kufuor, what happened? We heard pastors were sent to Akosomodam for prayers, but Mahama faced it head on, brought in the Ameri and other energy
power badges.
Power badges.
Yes, to support. And he also established the ESLA to support it, and asked yourself, what has the ESLA been used for today? It has been misused. Now I hear Ameri has been. I now hear they've brought Ameri to Kumasi. And something that they backlashed Mahama for, they are now seeing the importance of it and bringing it to Kumasi. Far from that. So BAWUMIA is someone that we cannot trust when it comes to economic. And now
that's also about agriculture, energy, housing, public transport, transportation. And I am for Zokrase, Musika Kakra.
BAWUMIA is someone or you'll be because on Upper West, say, what is your biggest achievement in the Upper West region? Say what Pualugu Dam. But also the manifesto or release just last Saturday now. He's against it and say I'll construct the Pualugu Dam. So something you claim. He said he will construct.
Or
say I'll construct. But when they were let me line.
Then I am now there.
So when he was asked, what is your greatest achievement in the region? He said, say the Pualugu multi-purpose dam is his biggest achievement. And so would you say a project that you've not done is your biggest achievement? Is that an achievement? A project that nothing has been done is
last
time I hear coverage. Assassinate the almost spend
one down.
Almost spend close to in 8 years. In 8 years, in 8 years. Almost spend close to 11.6
Ghana politics.
$11.6 million on Pualugu Dam. You are coming back to us to tell us that you are coming to do it. And that same president was the one that or no say Ghana bibia Ghana edru no, we don't even need to what go for borrowing.
Kevin,
we don't, I mean 30 seconds. We don't need to go to IMF, or we don't need to borrow money for roads, and that's just road tolls will help us with construct roads. But under his government, we've borrowed so much, in excess of 530 million. And is this someone we can trust? Definitely no.
Okay.
Trust BAWUMIA at your own.
Mate, on the 10th June 2024, 6:52 p.m. I say the new Patriotic Party NPP flag bearer, Dr. BAWUMIA, has announced plans to introduce living allowances for traditional leaders. And my friend Henry Simenu Madaruma. He said, and I was saying something for Nigeria deal. The more them says traditional leaders in my allowances.
I same way or say
into a bogu by energy, any house, any public transportation, and okay.
Yeah, I see.
Maybe Sunday and okay.
Say you didn't come.
Okay. Maybe Sunday and okay.
Baby, I make could do no crowd be
Mati, Simenu Maminti.
Me da semina. My hair time.
Your time is on.
Baby, are you free ba? So what I say. 2012. BC. 2011 by BC 2012. And GDP growth now 17%. So as I say.
Okay.
Now 17%. And Professor Mills at Danima. Man penyin that John Drama ni Mahama. Bra John Mahama is free so 17%. No one so at the about 3.4%. 3.4%. And yet Ubinya NDC for Ombeka say Mahama and I was say nipa etwaba e man. Best reminiano. Minu kumano no. It never be hono a ya onhwe ni ye kakra. Isan say yes, inflation a cost pa. I don't even say Ghana inflation go. America you down more. UK you down more. Even Cote d'Ivoire na come inflation. In 1% that no. COVID time they could do 6%. You make out say. It is a Ghana. Mpoyam fan say granted say sanet ye. Obefa ade 15%. And about 20.9. 15% and about 20.9. And you tell us say you already free 17. They already GDP. If it's 17, a teswa Emma de bedru 3.4 no. What's it Ghana for uncle to about Masani Pakro? Mestre many kumano say on Shannon so say answer and another about me everybano. Now Ghana GDP near 216 billion Ghana cedis. So what I say. And then I say yeah GDP I hate over 1 trillion Ghana cedis. I don't know better videos I am on GDP. Yeah, hit over 1 trillion.
And the cost of living, by saying.
So what I say, the cost of living. I like Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA Adjatu say, "Hunamu edin." Say for say hunamu ayedin be adwuma say, ya di asabo from ya ye adwuma di aban yi obi ani wa oben no. But hunamu ayedin e no kre. Mesrese ni kwan say Ghana focus like to ama abama a politician also a magician and was solve Ghana problem. A politician also on the dead goat or a gun flu. Second crown was a politician also in Ethiopia. These and someone Mahama can ye at the time and them wire ding. Someone Mahama can at the time and them wire ding. I like Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA. Yeah, TNC. Or say, said the Baya Hobehin Han ye craninti. Near my was ye been say, or my tax amnesty. Nipa noa, omo ka somebody free teachers beba omo de baye. Omo ka somebody ambulance beba omo de aba. Omo ka somebody drones beba omo de aba. Ade bia omo ka so be ye bia no, one way or the other. Omo de omo saka aye bi. E bia enye te said de Ghana pe. Na mom said ye sika no ye di so aye bi. Nipa no na ye nyini ni. And you say omo wa nkran adwuma bi ono mo a ontua to ontuato so what I say obi a wode ka ene ade enti so bad ya obedi ka ye ne say ye de eto no ebeche tax amnesty ye nyina started from ground zero e ba sa de a ena ye ajeje no ye be use the IT system and so ye be the human face obi okra na enyo no unti bi da so obi so me ball me meter one year ni ECG for cram my home for bill remeda onti bi da
Otigana
ha
Adam
1 year ni
fie kwa na meter na ni number
you see so what I say
and odi account to sa
yes odi go account to yes odi oye adwuma no enkoye ye
ada what
you say wo mremu say 6 months ECG for amfa bill amre no mka cho say o de ka 1 year ni ade betu ultimate wo mkokot de yes wo mremu
ba se ga na obi amfo bi ankokot
obi try mra na bi ho
ba se no to isu kwanto ha no
say no the moment I o be ka say wo ko twa ne kan because o de ka 1 year na 2 years
ebi agana ni nkro hu on wonko go timukwa ento be kana afi o mana oji study aso be tene
bi o se ne me be boa ye ne se ye de sa de ne che wie you started from ground zero obi a betua with a click you can pay your tax with a click what you fee et said the ultimate transfer sika e de ba from account to momo now
from momo to account
bibia vice versa na ultimate e de to bibi no ultimate de to ne ma wa ma no ne ade no e ya de e be boa enu nti ya ma tax amnesty afa ye sha ase agege a Ghana betinya agege ska bebre e di dwuma e be boa ye afa o se lo me port duties wo form nti Ghana fo ne bi fa kwati kwan so e de wo mo ne ma kofa lomi port wa bra mo ntua charge bia emma oman no so ati nti oba the charges are lomi port ne Ghana port imposa Ghana de no ma fom pa anche lomi de na ni nyina be pe enti anya wo de se wo de oniema kra be kwa akofa wo say ye be training nipa ne bi wo hono mo ho e bia na nko pese okọ school yi wantini anko ye be training 1 million youth in IT said ye be ye betimi aboa yen ama yakoye nim okay. This say yetimi ye we nyina waka to so say ye budget e bia we overspend our budget enti obeboa ma ya ye emra e dia chechire opanyini bia ministry bia agency bia say o budget and then omampanyin no ankasa budget a ye for the year no shouldn't go beyond 105%. So what you say shouldn't spend beyond 105%. And 25% beto so what mra bibia ni wa eno na wo ka say edru maybe a de ntia ye overspending say ye bobesia bebre waka to so o say ye bobesia bebre na besia na ye bo no
na won ka mo no bobesia
ti nkomo na ye de no say o ka ho bi say
o ka no bobesia ti ka
say ye bobesia bebre say ye bobesia bebre enti besia no so no be ye o mampanyini a say yes adie we na yeah we will not go beyond it. Yes sit down na dan no 1000 Ghana cedis. It will be 1000 Ghana cedis. Any kwan say ka say yes 1000 we are ye ko see 2000 ye ko see 3000 yes kanu na ye pilot
me da say ba o miaso mo kan de emu ode ba say ko me say ko to me ye na na do bresu na
da bi o ka so ni ya to ba man no
da bi na no ba man
da bi man panyina o ye vice decision ben wo Ghana constitution no kwan say una do some decision
ya Ghana na do say
obetimi a kire
wa ba o mia modin bo enti se nka modin nka ba ka say enti se o do nya
say dey ba de na o
then na do ye bibi is your cost of living your baba ye wadwuma
yes
se se obama do kona fi 7 number 4 cedi na 2 cedi ana
se ekoba se
tuma na do kona ba 4 cedi na 2
cedi kan say
agrek transportation energy any house
all kano ye di sika ko she agrek ni mu ye ni ye na aburo ni adebo e wo fom a don't you think say dokuno betimi
na se calendar so what you first can ko she agrek ni mu ye Mesikama.
Ono ye nto abama ni o twasika nko se ministry bia
o so fe koto koto
mesi BAWUMIA as vice president BAWUMIA as vice president enye on the man ministry sika so on ni
that's ba say o vice and come president
say no eduma de ma o vice and na take decision
ana Ghana to da kun 7 cities enti
na say obi su to da kun 3 cities
o pay na kan
ye to da kun 3 cities and ye to da kun 3 cities wo Ghana
awa hemfa
asotwe enani 3 days me to da kun wo
enkana santa da kun yo mu mi
enkra da kun say 3 cities asotwe kwa
na next week oba to be breme
meto bia bro ope kura na ye wi atena kam ni enko
me kwa so choko se to
3 Ghana cedis na wo ka sa obi be fa dokono 20 pesos Oman Penny for 4 times. Kenke was 20 pesos. I am telling you, Oman Penny for 4 times. Kenke was 20 pesos. Okay, Mahama free so no. Kenke near turn 1 CD, near to 2 CDs.
Now to Kenke 1 CD percentage increase.
Kenke 1 CD,
percentage increase.
From 20 pesos to 1 CD. Do the calculation.
Percentage increase.
Do the calculation. Oh yeah, school. Oh,
it's a calculation. So
the rate of change. Do the calculation. Let me give you the formula.
Don't worry.
Let me give you the formula.
Oh
yeah, statistics. Do the calculation.
Kevin. So second spend last topic.
Minia etena has say obiena no say in 2012 president
or can say obiena no Mr.
or can say in 2012 you've heard say former president Mills Ify Abayamona GDP growth rate 17%. And once again it is not
2011 you hit it 17%.
Ghana has never had 17% GDP growth rate. Your highest was 11% in 2014. In 2011. And by the time, and have you forgotten? You are quick to say, in 2012, and I say all the things you were saying. Who was the head of economic management team?
Who was the head of economic?
John Dramani Mahama, as the vice president, you are mandated to be the head of economic management team.
Yeah, they share one side, and
so if that is why he has the vice president. So let me. We were talking. I didn't interrupt. Yes. Or say 17%. Once again, Ghana never had GDP growth rate of 17%, and he's deciding to choose and pick analysis here. You are comparing someone's growth rate and you are comparing another person's inflation rate. Osha wafa obi inflation rate. Say MPP ukita 50 cedis. It is equivalent to holding 11 cedis in the market. Oko krom endra mese mekoto kenki amekoto kenki ba ko 7 cedis meto nam 5 cedi meko dinum income yusu.
Ni adena emme
so me hwese na ko
to become one
sika na wahi. Sikana ewehifa. And so if you say John Mahama as a vice president, we had inflation rate of growth rate of 17%. Won't you give the credit to John Mahama?
Why?
Because he is the vice president, and as a vice president, you are mandated to be the. And currently, what is the growth rate of the country? 3.6. Yes. 3.6. Under a time where under a time where we gave you 2 extra. In a time where we gave you 2 extra gold fields, we left you with 100 million. And now, we gave you 250 million.
My last topic is now. I guess my best. And some na etam na so Jumade a showdown Kumasi online TV and so I shepa men come for now down if you say obi and Pheman the kokra wa ha Mahama's hardship policies ahead of 2024 my memory was Simano and 9 na yanhwe was say former president Fagbara of the National Democratic Congress NDC John Mahama has announced a list of his priorities and promises to Ghanaians in a document submitted by Sami Jemfi, National Communications Officer of NDC. It is highlighted that the policy announced is all about building sustainable society with opportunities for all. Inti OSHA 24-hour economy, national employment centers invest $10 billion under the Big Push initiative for over 5 years to accelerate infrastructures. 5 free primary health care for all Ghanaians. Complete constitutional review processes. We run the leanest government with 60 ministers. The scrap of ex gratia in its current form, and discontinue the payment of utility bills, DSTV's fuel, etc. as part of top government employee service benefit. 1013 legislation to put cap on debt accumulation and prevent any further reckless borrowing as being witnessed under this current government. So my memory wana sima and 9 na yini komo o hwe o papa nso nso de gu akwam no say da nya me bia ye ya man mo eden oba e ba memremre
okay
kame
ebe
mo ba be die
hope ho pa na o hwe
ma e bi da o ma ba tena so da o
ya tena so da na your
be die akwan so da
your track record is there to show say we've done it before
ba mo kasa mo ye hu say mo ba mo be sign se Ghana fo enye mo mugide makosua se
da bi yansa
mansa
if MPP is the marking scheme
better once anka hore
if
once that you two are
MPP is the marking scheme, then we are better.
In
the sense that if Mahama says he's planning to employ more, create avenues to employ more people, under the MPP, currently we have an unemployment rate of 15%.
Okay.
Under John Dramani Mahama's time, we had an unemployment rate of what 7%. In Chester, we nipa 100 bia, emu 7 any ejuma or more. But currently, we nipa 100, emu 15 any ejuma. Now, and now we are omo manifesto launch, omo kasai, almost 21 million jobs. Now, 21 million jobs, Ghana, your population is saying 31 million in crowd, they are not passing.
So, omo young woman in that band,
okay, into 21 million jobs, and still Ghana, ye jumanye. 21 million jobs.
So, you school.
So, me school.
And you so you my home. So, school. And yes, means. And you have been me dream. Is a case all level say 400. 400. I can't bear was no way.
Me ko 400.
And I say oh for okay. My toss.
Into the me nko me home. Me dream me nua no mo fie. Omo mo wie school 5 years, omo wie school 6 years, omo nye adwuma. Into no ohwe all these things are Mahama air kana. Your flagship policy, 24-hour economy, is going to make way for more people to be employed. Among for be juma aye. Intino say among for be juma yes answer. That means we are going to have what more pay, more salaries, and that is going to improve what the standard of living of people. What you say? Intino say obienye ska oni boto my standard of living will improve as a country. Sikanin kodi obako for nsem to say na MPP are buying air omo de $34 million akoma president Nanado Basse onkoye ambulance maintenance $34 million for ambulance maintenance. Under John Mahama policy 24-hour economy policy is going to make sure that the national cake is distributed all across to the
24-hour
economy. And you can also look at another policy, like he says he's going to train 1 million youth in coding. And that is a policy Mahama announced even before the flag bearer of MPP is announcing. As far back as 2023, John Mahama announced this policy that he is going to implement it, but some way somehow, as corrupt and as inept as MPP is, they've copied this particular policy. Then again, you can look at the Women's Bank. I also be creative. Business. Women's Bank here, you be so asin, you be muska. I'm already no interest.
Me dance, young from Manaka, Henry, I'm paying that Mahama, the JBD. What to learn and Nema about being until Sima and I would you not know?
Yeah, manifesto lunch cry.
Says he's a day banner. The manifesto, the wire and the BPP, the wire and the BPP. I mean,
the Biana may be some.
So, could be.
Meko.
Okay, a political party. Onti Akunyaso. Opposition, all time in Senko Bayan and Shisha, yes, and Yama Wina, Ghana for Yami Mujidi, no more Twaba Mamia, Medibeba. Some political party, not wah, Antony Anye. Now what tree? A buyer what I could just so. A year need you, now what tree, pepe, or some maybe media. So what I say, and your copy and paste. Send your copy and paste. And your copy and paste. And NDC 4% omo ya. Diena, it was say omo tenasiya chain. You see, I'm penny that John Dramani Mahama, and some who can you know. It's not as if one can be down. What can the chain say? And when you're crying about your Ghana man penny. The difference between Alaji Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA policies and programs our day bay. Yeah, manifesto. Any Oman Penny that John Dramani Mahama on the say. Omampanyin dada Mahama 2012 upon to an okania maybe chance or bar obey. Ghana for nya ni mugidie to abama no. Ebeye otherwise. Okay. Ebra na abrante yi kan adwuma sem. Ebra omo ewie university ni ada tertiary institutions. Any Ghana mabunu in general. Ibisa Mahama through the employment minister Honorable Rashid Pelpu say ye ni adwuma ye. The answer he gave and he said monko gather stones na montwitwa grass na monkyekere enkwan ho. Omo ye emo aduru ombeto grass no. Omo esi dan mo pe abo aduru ombeto abo no. Eno enjinkame nua yi ana branche yi eba be wi university adwuma anka Mahama ne Rashid Pelpu ka chaw say ye no ne say ko gather stones e wo kwan ho na twitwa grass na omo ye emo aba omo abeto. The alternative is empty. Mahama promised us of a hope city. Sa push ya wo ka ho asemu yi o ka de che say yo o promise the hope city 10 billion US dollars hope city 2012 no promise ye to abama no hope city no ewei enti Mahama de oyobia ohyeba onni so Ghana fo anya ne mugidie pen o ma to aba ne bia ma no pen ama na bedi mampanyini ebo a wo hye ye no wani so Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA ni tinto ballot paper so da Ghana enkosa line ko to abama no da. Okay, so the difference is there. And Mahama catch you on cry say no president in Ghana, and for that matter, no president in the world. And I bet him there 4 years. I hear Bibi Papa B. I'm a Ghana for. Now he's seeking to rule for 4 years. So the big question is, what no utia bemu catch you say? Obi anyone bet him there 4 years. I hear Bibi Papa B. Our Ghana. And to obey day. Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA there. And you 4 years now pay. If I see a 2 abamanoa. 2024 no ba 2028 obesa besre yen enti obeye ni ye no osa besre yen Mahama de o ka kire wo se allowance otwamu a de na de beba onti obi a be cost ne say ye be to ba atia no kra mfa no but in opposition he is promising to pay. Mahama o ka kire ye wo se so ye over 2 billion Ghana cedis on waste. The underlying word is on wasting wo free SHS one. So over 2 billion Ghana cedis on wasting will free SHS 1 for any ashafua 80. And this man wants to come back. And say Ghana, when a Ghana is 2 billion, do you think so best spending will free SHS ana? So this tells you say oba. This policy a Ghana for nyina asomuno obetwam because waka say Ghana a brand soy say you benya free SHS. Na mpo ne time 2016 he made a pronouncement. Say day for no nko free. That time a day no musika mutua nyina na 48 Ghana cedis. Even 48 Ghana cedis he couldn't pay. Obisa headmasters me at the time na me a teacher ni.
4 minutes na so.
Obisa headmasters at the time they will tell you say 1 cedi kobo kra wentimi amfa ma.
Okay.
It took Nanado Danko Akufuado and a babe clear a car na a waho. Medemanu see on capitation grant. I see. See capitation grant was 3 cedis 50 pesos and on Mampenyiko 4. It was 3 cedis and on Mampenyiko 4. Mills buy no e call 4 cedis 50 pesos. Mahama be share mu 4 years 6 months. E ko say 1 for 10 pesos. Anka ho. Now the capitation grant at the basic level e 10 Ghana cedis. Nanado Danko Akufuado any Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud BAWUMIA at the 5 cedis 50 pesos. And I can't why they bought a mofran hobra senior basic schools.
That's it. Henry Fanusi me bacho ye yapon
me pese me de kakra ka ho.
No.
Okasa no say John Mahama ba cancel free SHS because I say he's coming to review it. Mahama say if I come I'll come.
Okay, can be review 4 years now. Now you can say for 4 times you 4 years. They said they will review it.
Mamenka say.
No. So can review us. And I say
waka say we.
Mamenka for 4 years.
Senior, waka say we
Mamenka. So review 4 years.
He's not being fair to me. Abra national health insurance buy na any national health insurance na national mutual near ne say me register wo Kumasi ha say ya met me dey access health care e wo Kumasi nko me ko tema means me use NDC airban almost say we will come in what review or mobile almost on bay review or year review no almost say society I will make it what decentralized just now register ultimate Boga crowd me use and that's review and that's review is a cancellation
and
that's review cancellation
yampon ya bi bia se munya daje na mobile yenua bema ya freno Henry Duaboatin a former youth organizer Adwoso constituency or your NPP communication team member yenua bema ya freno Kevin Dogbe ononso so a former secretary the Martin Ken Westy now senka bochi someone also oba na bibinti and I want to me ama the best when they showdown nyame aduma adwoada ebehia na ya toaso and a 49 me and some rather Monday Wednesday Fridays and the bro bedin any offer dance da production team nyina se Dennis the new boy and I quite know that yellow crown finding Zugra. Only now, boy, my joint didn't come up. Only had been telling my bar. I was all now by Anche. Yamia do you share that said, not yet was showdown. The Muna Masia Cram.